be on the
Okay.
call.
Go ahead. We're on now.
So this week is about the ethics or ethics. So she said that she thinks it's very important to practice justice and fairness, and found the ethical perspective, leaders as servants, particularly interesting, how the needs of the followers must be met, and how that is important, she believes, in public leaders, because leading the public needs to benefit the public.
Mm-hmm. Right. You need in public leadership, you gotta have someone who's like professional, or else everyone's gonna look at you as a joke.
Exactly.
Kind of like our current president.
Right. I was just gonna say, like, what's happening now? Yeah, I mean, I think people need to take you seriously too. And there's just a way to deliver a message without, putting people down or getting super defensive or whatever is kind of going on now.
Yeah.
I don't think
definitely.
the message gets delivered in the right way.
Yeah.
I think consistency is important too. Because like as we see, he'll say something and then he'll turn around and say something kind of opposite.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Delivering a consistent message is important when speaking to that many people.
Right.
Let's see. Was it ethics shapes leadership, huh? All right.
I was just gonna say another good example would be like with Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. Because once that happened, like everyone was just like, all right, this guy needs to go.
Right. Yeah, he kind of lost his credibility, or just people thought of him in a different way. And after that happens, it's kind of hard to.
Wrong morals.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I can speak out about Wells Fargo too, my own workplace, and especially with everything goes on in the news.
Oh yeah.
Like all the ethics going on there, and you start losing trust too in the leadership as far as the employee goes when unethical behavior comes public.
Mm-hmm. Has that gotten better for you?
Well, yeah, I mean it's gotten better, but every single week there's another scandal that comes out. So
right.
Any big bank, they always have their scandals. So
yeah,
it's
you just gotta get through get through it, and then it'll something else will happen with someone else.
Yeah. You just make sure to cover your ass or your bases, and so it is.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's a big piece. Is like once the ethics and morals are kind of broken, then trust is gone, and you can't really follow without trust.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trust is the biggest thing for leadership too.
Yeah.
Huge.
Well, my old job, couldn't trust him anymore. Like he would always say things like, "Do this, do that," like motivational things. He'd always say, and then you couldn't stay true to his own word. So everyone kind of just lost trust in him and stopped believing what he said. Bad morals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you can see, of course, government too. Like I was watching this movie called Cartel Land about the Mexican government and the corruptness and the unethical behavior goes on, and even the people start turning against their own government.
Mm-hmm.
Once all the unethical behavior starts coming out to everybody.
Right.
You can't be a leader. You can't be a leader because no one's going to follow you. No one's going to trust you. No one's going to want to follow you. And no one's going to want to be associated with you. Because they're going to be looked at by other people as unethical as well, too.
Well, to politicians right now, especially, everything that you keep hearing about all these different people that are, fighting for this one thing, but actually they're doing the same thing in the back.
Yeah.
It's just how do you have, it's kind of it's just a joke. There's just no.
I mean, but even American politics is pretty petty. I mean,
yeah.
If you do the work on anybody in politics and investigate hard enough, you'll dig up some dirt on them and make them look bad. So it's really, you could put anyone in there, and if you have everyone against that person and they dig enough dirt, it's going to make them look bad.
They'll find something.
And that's what the media can do. That they can paint that unethical picture of anybody. You especially see in Hollywood with these accusers and
all the sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm.
The media has such a big shape in planting the picture of what's ethical and what's unethical.
Right.
So they really are the true leaders, the media, and they shape Americans' opinions.
Right.
They are the leaders of the American people.
Yeah. That's
how to be good, to be bad. They got to be ethical themselves. So it's hard.
Right.
It's tough to know what is it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
What can you trust?
exactly like
Yeah.
exposing someone's like past or, something they probably regret. Is that ethical to do that to someone? I mean, I don't, if they've, moved past that or whatever might have happened. I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah, because
I
I mean,
think that's
honestly,
kind
you
of-
focus enough on one person, you're gonna make them look bad. There's
Yeah.
something.
Right.
I think that's kind of where like the public relations piece would tie in, because everybody has a past, but can you spin it to where, now you're leading by the right example? Can you make your past go away, kind of
Yeah.
keep their opinion,
Yeah, unethical behavior can be fixed for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
You can regain trust. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not easy, but
But you can do it.
yeah.
Gotta admit you did bad first. That's the key.
Yeah. um,
Sorry.
What else do we need to hit up on this thing?
5 minutes, you guys left.
Okay. We basically define ethics and like public leadership. How ethics shape leadership. I think we already talked about that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that also has to do a lot with like what you said at the beginning, morals and those, morals and ethics, and then that determines how you're going to be a leader.
Yeah. Do you guys have any like personal like stories from like your workplace or whatever?
Yeah.
Without names, obviously, whatever, or whoever. Who does
I mean, I can. This happened like just recently. Like, this would be bad morals, bad leadership example, but we had like one day, like Saturday, where it was like really bad, and my boss kind of like threw a keyboard and like cussed out one of the customers. It was
Oh no!
an interesting day.
Oh geez.
Yeah,
How did the
You have to
customer
be
react?
cautious for life.
he still works there, so I mean,
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay.
that's the best part.
Well, yeah, managers always get covered up for.
Jeez, he just
Yeah,
lost.
but
lost it.
Starbucks, I don't know. I feel like at Starbucks that wouldn't slide because you know how Starbucks is with their
PR.
customer service.
Yeah, I don't think you could throw something at a customer there and still
That's
probably
crazy.
have a job the next day.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
I had someone one time on their way out, like punched the door and had cussed out a customer, but like, I fired him the next day. That's not,
Oh, yeah.
that's not a
That was
thing.
good call.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, this guy's a little unstable.
Right. Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah. But I would say like as a leader, I guess, it's hard to always live those ethics, especially like on a bad day. Like you said, it was a rough Saturday, right? But I've had those moments where I feel like doing something crazy, but like you gotta kind of take a step back and breathe a minute and decide like, how is this gonna go? Is this the choice I want to make for not only me, but like, the 30 people I employ? Is this smart?
Hmm.
And I think that that's the difference between like making that choice makes you either an ethical leader or not,
Yeah, definitely.
That's it. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Isn't that the whole point of that House of Cards show?
Yeah,
Oh
Which
yeah.
also got canceled.
that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
That was such
Another
a
good example.
Yeah, yeah,
The corruption carried over to real life for him.
yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
That's so funny, the irony.
That is, yeah. God.
But yeah. So
I mean, I think Seth, probably you and I can relate to this, but like morals with banking. I mean, I don't know if you've worked with anyone that's been stealing, or I've had.
I've seen plenty of people fired for all kinds of stuff. I mean,
Yeah. So that's another thing. I mean,
the
I don't know.
temptation is there for these people, and they have no willpower. They just have no ethics. They have no moral guideline.
exactly.
It's just
I can see it.
So it's easy for them to fail right away when they're in a situation like that, because you're right. The temptation. I mean, there's money everywhere, and
yeah. You put someone no moral guideline in a spot of temptation. It's just like
right.
It's going to happen to these
They'll
people.
do anything.
How much do they normally steal? Like, do they steal, like,
Oh,
are they
that-
like, is it worth stealing to lose your job over?
I mean, you
They
can't
don't
really
have-
steal a lot.
Yeah, I
Because
was going to say no one's ever.
Everything's accounted for.
Yeah,
Okay.
no one's stolen
Yeah.
a lot, but
It's
they
not worth it.
they do it, every now and like. I mean, the thing is everything. Someone will find out eventually. So I don't know what goes through their head to think that they'll get away with it, but it's probably
Awesome.
desperation. Yeah.
Every single
In
dog
all
is
honesty-
at all times. Yeah.
Yeah.
In all honesty, Joey, they probably get away with stealing more from us than they do in banking.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
For sure. All the fees they give you. I mean, you know.
Yeah, it takes us longer to catch on, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you have like new shifts who like are new to like, you know, even counting the drawers and figure out how all that stuff works. And they're like, okay, well, I guess this is right. And you know,
Mhm.
it's right.
I think this looks okay. Well,
Do you guys have people that monitor like the count, like at the end of the day when you guys do all that? I mean, I'm sure you have stuff that's.
it's basically all up to the shift supervisors, and then at the end of the day, it's up to the store managers like myself to find out if someone's stealing. But it's really challenging because they get really creative. I had someone stealing like thousands from my store, but it was through like, you know, a really creative gift card scheme.
Oh.
We ended up catching her through cameras, but it takes a long time.
Yeah.
It does.
So you figure thousands and thousands later, and then they have to repay or go to jail, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they repay or?
Yeah, I think they have an investigation in which we're not part of at
Right.
the store level, but
Yeah.
at that point they have to repay or like, you know.
Or go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. 15 seconds. Did you guys want to add anything else? I think we covered mostly everything.
Yeah, I think so.
just spoke.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Next Sunday, I'll look at the schedule. But are we? Is it 12 again, or is it the 9?
I think it's 12.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I think it's 12. I don't think.
I don't think
I
we're
think-
doing 9 for
Yeah, I think it was only 9. Like,
one
It
time.
was those
Beginning
2
or
weeks,
something.
yeah, because I had to work those ones.
Oh yeah,
So
no
thank
worries.
you,
I
guys.
just didn't know.
okay, cool.
All right,
Well,
Also,
awesome.
working the 24-hour shift at Starbucks, are you?
Wait,
no,
what?
I did that last year. I gave it up this year.
I just went there this morning and it said it was Thanksgiving 24 hours. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we
won't be
did that
working
last
that.
year. I chose to close the store this year at like 7.
Yeah, that's
Better.
good. I'm glad you guys aren't doing any crazy.
I did mid shift. I'm not doing it like I did last year. Last year it was like overnight. It was like
Oh.
it was like 11 o'clock to like 5 a.m.
God, I know. I was like, wow, 24 hours. That's crazy. But anyways, well, glad you guys aren't doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll see you guys next week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
happy Thanksgiving,
you
you
too.
guys.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.